What's up YouTube? Overlooking the grow on or indoor pond 5k. It's the same day as losing the Karashigoi, so I'm still very upset and mute, if I'm honest with you. But anyway, I've been trying to do my best to cheer myself up the best I can. I've moved some fish into here from outside. So the Coda Achiba is back in. I bought this from Utopia Koi a few years ago, and it ain't grown that much in my pond outside, so I bought that in. I've also bought in this Hoshkin Kohaku. I bought in this Shintaro, where is it? This one, Shintaro Sankey, that I got in a grow and show. And that's it. Oh, and that Momotaro there. Not Momotaro, Kohaku. Can't remember the breeder. I got it from Absolute Core. It was a toe size, £150, and when I got it on the tail, I should have known. I asked what's his name there, Darren Gray, because it was just starting to break up on the back tail. It was one of my first fish that I bought, one of the most expensive I've ever bought actually. And anyway, I like the pattern, I like the colour of the red. But unfortunately, I should have known at the time. My instinct were telling me, even though I didn't have much experience, that it might be a koi where the benny does start to break up, so it weren't very tight. It's not like this one here, for example. This one here, for example. So yeah, but you live and learn, don't you? But anyway, it don't seem to have grown an awful lot to me. It's quite surprising that now I've put them in here, they do seem bigger. So anyway, I bought it in. That one, what a nightmare to catch. So I'm hoping, I nearly left it in because I thought, I can't be bothered with this. It was too, because of this koi, that Karashigoi jumping out of this pond, my biggest fish and one of my favourite fish. It probably was my favourite fish actually, if I'm honest with you. Just because of the sheer size and how much, just the shape it was. I'm all convinced it was going to be, could have been a show koi, but anyway, it's gone now. So yeah, I bought them in. We're schooling round nicely. Just been fed. The feeder's gone off at 5 o'clock. It's just gone 5 o'clock. It went off at 3, and they're about clearing it up within about 20 minutes, well 15 minutes, so it should clear up quite soon. What I've done, I've made this more solid. I've put tie wraps in each corner, so it's kind of pulled it in more at an angle, in all the way round, so they're slightly in. Like I say, that Karashigoi, I'm still gutted that it's managed to jump out the front here, I think, because this is where it landed and where it was, and obviously it's been thrashing and doing what it were doing here in the middle of the morning. But that has jumped 10 inch. So my water line is, as you can see, is, let me pan back, is here in the top of this is 190, but it goes to there, look, so 8 inch, and then there's my water line, so it's a good 10 inches. That koi has jumped 10 inches, so you can see the height there from the water line, the blue line, and the top of the guard. Jumped that. So I don't know, it obviously was a big powerful fish, got the tail speed, but why it's done it, I don't know. So obviously we're determined to do it because it did it in this one. As soon as I had the net off, it jumped out. And the first night of being in this one, of having koi in it, I obviously put them in yesterday, which was Friday. I came home Thursday night from Ibiza, went straight to bed. The next day I put fish in, and the next day the Karashigoi is here. Anyway, so I'm still gutted. So I've been trying to chill out a little bit because I've been stressed all day. I'm still stressed now. I'm still feel angry with myself. Feel angry with the world at the minute, as you do. But I'm doing my best to try and make it feel less painful. So yeah, the feeder has gone on today. So I've been sort of watching that. I'm going to adjust the times on it because I think I've got it to 8, first feed at 8, 11, 1, 3, 5, and then I think 9 at night, and then midnight, something like that. So the thing with this feeder, which I don't really like, is even on one, on its minimum feed, it does chuck quite a lot of feed out. So I don't know whether other people have found that, but anyway, I think the fish will sweep it up. That's why I put that Achiba in. That Achiba there is one of my favourites as well because it's so tame. It's just a greedy pig. It's one of the first. You can see now, look, it's immediately gone in the pond a few hours ago, and immediately it's imposing itself by being a kind of leader, look, and it's a right lump. So that one has took the lead already, and it will feed, and they've been feeding. I've left them 2 goldfish in. So that's them. So what I'm going to look at now, I've repaired this because this valve here, there was a 90 bend on there, and I've got to cut it short and then glued 2 90s really close together so it reduced the gap, but it leaked. And because what I would do and advise, if you ever fit a filter, don't connect the waste up until the final moment, because you will have to adjust your filter height. And I had to adjust mine by taking a slab out and putting this insulation board in. So what I did today, I've got no koi outlets or anything near me. Now, what I will say is, in the terms of fittings, I got these from, I'm not going to say the outlet, but it was a garden centre type one in Nottingham, and these fittings are well expensive. So I think I paid something like £1.95, I think, for one bend. I think the tees are something like £3.70 something, or 95 or something like that. And once you start buying all them and the 45s, it don't half mount up. So this is where those people won't like me for this. I went to Screwfix, and I should have known because I'm a plumbing and heating engineer by trade. I'm now in management. So these are the same Flowplast. I can't. There you go. Flowplast 40mm ABS. That was £4.99. £4.99. Yes, £4.99 for one male to female bend. So they're selling them. Screwfix are selling them for packs of 5, and they're all about £4.99, whether it's street elbows, 90s or 45s. The tees are more expensive, but £4.99 for £5 each. So it just shows you the markup. And I paid something like £13.99 for a length, and I think I did have a look how much it was in there, and I think it was half the price of the pipe you can get from these koi dealers and stuff like that. So sorry, koi dealers, if you're a koi dealer or work in one of these places, what I've got to say, yeah, I'm going to say it because I'm pissed off, so I lost my Karashigoi. You're taking the piss with these pipe fitting prices. Get the prices down so we can go and crash your outlets and go and get this stuff from your places, because yeah, but go to plumbing merchants, guys, or Screwfix, and you will get them cheaper. I can assure you, you'll save half the money. So what I did do, I saw this flexible joint, because that connection there, because the angle of where this comes out is an absolute nightmare. That does, when I open it, it does leak on this side, but I'm not too bothered about that, 'cause it's on this side. So I was going to get a straight connector, tank connector, and one of these Karashigoi value valves, and put it on. So a straight connector, come out and put the valve on here, and I might do, but obviously I went to Screwfix and they don't have these type of things, so I will have to go to a garden centre koi dealer for one of them. I have actually got one on here, but I would have to have two, cut that there and have two rubber boots just to have the valve. So I think they're not mega expensive, they are, and they're quite cheap, to be fair. So I could do that. I could cut that one and buy two boots. I think they're about £4 each, aren't they, for original rubber boots? Flipping out. So I might get a couple of them and then cut that in there, and then at least, you know, you can take the rubber boots off quite easy. So yeah, I seen that. I think it was £6.99. I did have a pack of them, male to female. I did have a pack of 90s and I had a pack of 45, so it was going to cost me about 15 quid for 15 fittings. And then I still might have not got round and got that right because of the bends. So I got that, and it's fitted a tree. I know it looks a bit of an eyesore, but it's doing the job. It's only in here, it's not outside or anything, it's indoors. And you know, if I need to disconnect it, I can just whip that off with my hand. It's only hand tight, it's not leaking hand tight, and jobs are good. And then in the future I might either swap the slide valve. I know what's up with it. When I dismantled it, when I was fitting this, when I put it back together, I trapped the rubber grommet inside, and now it's, you know, I took it out and tried to get it right, and it's just getting worse and worse, more tight in it and things like that. But it's on the waste side, which I'm fortunate. It's not on the other side. So yeah, it's kind of falling now the right way, so it should drain a lot better. But yeah, tip: don't connect your waste fully. Have flexible fittings or boots and stuff like that, if you know, until you've actually done and filled your pond up and got your filter height bang on, because they are a bit of a pain to set, because obviously every pond's slightly different. I set the water level, which it was right on this one, but on this one it was different. So yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kill a bit more time in here while these are feeding. I'm going to test the ammonia and nitrite in here. I tested the nitrite before I went on holiday, and I was in that one, and there was 0 nitrite. This media in here, still really not, you know, keep putting bacteria in, beneficial bacteria, so that will probably do a clean out soon, but I'm going to let it build up a bit. So I might just, for the sheer hell of it, test for ammonia on this pond, test for nitrite, do the same on that one. The KH will obviously be okay because it's not been depleted yet, but I'll probably test that anyway just to make sure, and then just watch the fish a bit, because now I'm absolutely paranoid as hell. I'm so paranoid. I don't know. I've got a koi mate who I chat to quite a bit, so I was chatting to him this morning, well, messaging, and he still said, you know, similar to me, don't put a net on. It's just, and the fittings have dropped. our little cosmos for feeding them. So yeah, as you can see, they're all leaning forward, look. See that? So I'm hoping that, I'm pretty sure they could jump out if they wanted to swim and a jump up. But I don't know, I really don't want to put a net on in here. I'll keep an eye on them and hopefully they'll settle in, and it was just an unfortunate fluke with the large powerful Karashigoi, but yeah. What do you do, guys? Do you have a net? Do you cover your pond up and just think, well, it's just your peace of mind? Like I said in my other, I think the previous video, when you've seen my pond, my main pond in the garden, that don't have a net on it, but it's got slabs on this side, and I've put plant troughs and things like that, and I've never had a problem. Technically I'm thinking, well, I should be fine here with this, but time will tell. I will be gutted if I lose another fish. I really will, because obviously I'm getting into the realms of, you know, we're talking hundreds of pounds for fish, not 20 quid, 30 quid, 40 quid, small fish and growing. You know, these are getting towards expensive koi. So it's the last thing I want. So I am bothered about that one. See that flash? I've noticed that they've been doing it when they're feeding. So I think what it might be is this food. What I did some time ago, oh no I didn't, it's not this one, it's done now, that food has. Hang on. So some food in here, see the mixture? Have a look. For some reason, one of them, I noticed it earlier, when they were, a couple of them, when they were feeding, were just rubbing the gills and stuff. I don't want to, but if it continues when not linked with feeding, I'll obviously have to do a scrape and check them. But I'll see what's the behaviour, see what they do. It has literally been with the feeding today. So on that note, thanks for being a subscriber. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so, really appreciate it if you would, and I will see you on the next one.